We are joined by head coach Nicki Collen in her 5th year at Baylor, and then senior guard forward Dariana Bugs, senior guard Bella Fauntleroy, and graduate student guard Jana Van Geitenbeek. Welcome to all of you. Coach, I'm going to start with you. There are 6 returners, 6 newcomers that you have on this roster in your locker room. As you look back on last year, we all know graduation comes and goes, the transfer portal, etc. What did you need for your roster and how you want to play at Baylor looking forward to this season?
Well, I think when you look at what we needed to add in the portal, we certainly lost 3 scores in Walker, Andrews, and Yaya Felder. And so we added scoring with a Yu-Ting Dong and Talia Scott. We needed depth in the post, which we got with KJ, and then just energy. And I think with Markayla Johnson, our freshman, Kira Pemberton, transfer from North Dakota, we added a lot of energy. So, you know, I think we had what we needed in terms of leadership, especially with the 3 of these guys up here on the stage. You know, I think we've said it. We're one of only 5 Power 4 programs that have their entire 2022 class intact. So having 4 players that came in together and will go out together. It goes a long way towards culture and our new players really understanding what we do, why we do it, and when to do it.
You all are going to be stamping passports here in the very near future. You're headed to Paris to play Duke to open the season. How did that opportunity come about, and what does that mean for your program and the opportunities it provides for these young ladies?
Well, when you think about opportunity, first of all, it's a huge stage. It's a huge stage for Baylor. It's a huge stage and platform for the Big 12. I think we're the first Big 12 team to be represented in Paris the 3rd year. Lee Miller, who we had worked with the Bahamas, had asked a couple years ago. We contemplated doing it a year ago and felt like since we were already going to the Bahamas that year, that leaving the country twice maybe wasn't in our best interest. And so, you know, we didn't know at first who our opponent would be, but lo and behold, we'll kick off the season, really the first game of the college basketball season, men's or women, 11 o'clock Central Time on ESPN, and have a chance to really do something good for both Baylor and the Big 12. But obviously an elite opponent is going to provide us a test one way or the other.
And hopefully some sightseeing in there as well. For all of our media friends out here, if you have a question, we do have 2 microphone holders. And Delaney and Carly, they are here. If you want to raise your hand, we will get to you as best we can. I'm going to pose some questions here to our student athletes. Dariana, I want to ask you first. Another outstanding season last year. As a junior, you're a monster. You led this league, which is one of the most difficult in the nation in rebounding. That's not for everybody. So tell me, what is it that makes you such a beast on the boards?
Truthfully, I want to win. I want to get every bucket. I want to do everything that I can to just help my team. And I just think that just since freshman year, it's just something they've instilled in me, like, hey, you got to box out, you got to rebound. You're going against, bigger players, and just use your talent to, get rebounds. So I've used it this far.
Culture is a big word, and it's a big buzzword we use in college athletics. And Coach mentioned it just a moment ago about building that and having continuity. But as a player, how do you define the culture of Baylor women's basketball?
Just by the people. Like we bring in, like Coach Nicki always says, like people. I think that's just something that's stuck with us over the years. She doesn't recruit people that aren't people. So I would just say that's a big thing, and just the way we play, like we play fast. We want to be versatile, and I think we've done that over the years.
For sure. Now, you and Bella, both preseason All Big 12 selections. Bella, you remember the All Big 12 defensive team a year ago. One of the most versatile guards in the league. What have you focused on in the offseason as you think about this senior year for you and elevating your game for Baylor?
I would say just remaining consistent. We now have the opportunity to step up and be the leaders that have been here for 4 years and are going to be the people who help the new guys learn Nicki's system, Tony's defense, all of the things. So coming in every day, I get in and I rep things on my own too, but just knowing that whenever I show up, I need to be consistent and lead and help people understand what our game plan and our schemes are.
We're working on her being a bully off the bounce. So, I'll answer for her.
She didn't want to give that up.
Yeah.
Okay, that's okay. That's good. We like secrets, things that sometimes you don't want to put everything out there early. Jana, 38% from 3 2 seasons ago. You played 17 minutes last season, which I know incredibly heartbreaking for you and for Big 12 people because we wanted to see you on the floor. First of all, how are you doing physically? How are you feeling? And what are you most looking forward to for the upcoming year?
I'm feeling great, thank
Good,
you.
good.
I'm all cleared and good, so very excited about that. And what I'm looking forward to is just playing again and playing with my best friends, so I'm really excited.
From your perspective, as you went through your rehabilitation and all of that, what was your focus when you were able to get back into the gym and put a ball in your hands?
I think my focus was just still playing fast, playing fearless, and maintaining energy and light while doing it.
Awesome. All right, I'm going to make a quick check to see if we have anybody. Okay, good. Coach, I'm going to pose this next question to you then. You never shy away from scheduling challenges. Obviously, Duke was sort of like, ooh, congratulations. This is who you get from the get-go. But you do have a neutral site game in Fort Worth versus Texas. How does a contest like that prepare you for what you're going to go against in the Big 12?
Yeah, I think the beauty of our non-conference schedule is always playing against opponents that are going to mimic to some degree what we're going to see in the Big 12. So, Texas, obviously an aggressive, defensive-minded tempo, the Rory Harmons and the Maddie Bookers, defending elite players. But you go against athleticism, strength, but then you take an Iowa where it's all about spacing and pace and three-point shooting. And so for us, playing teams in the non-conference, they're going to set us up for success in the Big 12 because we're going to play teams that are elite three-point shooting teams like Iowa State, like TCU. You're going to play athletic teams like in Arizona. And so we see a lot of different styles in our league. West Virginia, is going to get after us in press. And so Texas probably mimics them better than anybody we could play in the non-con that way. So, that's what it's about. It's about, we have this almost like these preseason tests so that we can pass final exams.
Absolutely. One more question I would pose is to Bella. You all were 16-3 a year ago at home. Home court advantage is huge in the Big 12. Talk about what that means, your fan base, and how exciting it is to be able to play in front of your Baylor fans.
I think we have some of the best fans in the Big 12. Being in Foster Pavilion, even from opening day a couple of years ago, we're having people finishing the court. We've got people coming in, sweeping every few minutes. And to see how many people have come out since that game consistently and supported us has been really special. We've had a lot of really key games and some big moments, and our fans continue to show up. So the energy in that arena definitely carries us when we get to play there.
Well, fantastic. I know it's a very difficult place for everybody to play, and it will be yet again this year. Coach, to all three of you, best of luck this season. We wish you all the best. We will be back here momentarily with the UCF Knights.
Thank you.